city council members, because I don't want to paraphrase too much and it would take too long to read, but Meg Courtney from the city council sent this letter on. She's very hopeful that you will support these proposals as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To County Council, I just witnessed something here. Would you have security come to the room, please? John Innes, followed by Linda Roofing, please.
Good afternoon, and thank you for giving us an opportunity. My name is John Innes, and I'm here today representing Fishermen for Safe Hydrokinetic Energy. Many more of us would have been here today, but all of our organization, which is comprised of commercial fishermen, recreational fishermen, processors, abalone divers, vegetable harvesters, pretty much anything that goes on in the ocean. The majority of our members today are over in Sacramento attending the Pacific Fishery Council meetings, which is going to determine what kind of fishing season we might have on the coast this year. I think everyone is aware that we've got some serious problems going on with our salmon run, and there's some serious decisions that have to be made. Those decisions could amount to $54 million of impact, direct impact in the Fort Bragg, Mendocino coast area. That's what we have determined the fisheries mean to us in tourist trade and of that type of thing. The point I'd like to address here is FERC. I don't know how much you people are aware of FERC, but FERC is a commission which was appointed by the president and reports only to the president. It's a 5-member commission, of which 3 members are of the political party which is held by the president. So today there are 3 Republicans, 2 Democrats. Although their office is inside the DOE, Department of Energy, they do not report to anybody in the Department of Energy. The Department of Energy does nothing more than give them space. They report only to the president. They are the only commission, the only agency of our U.S. government that doesn't use the Justice Department for all their legal work. Their legal work is done by their own legal staff and report to nobody. The point I'm trying to get to is this 1,500-member organization believe that they have control over everything that relates to hydrokinetic energy development. And they have, up until this time, held all of the permit process for all the hydro dams, all the LPG and terminal facilities, and are very involved with the homeowners, Homeland Security. They are telling you, they are telling us, that we have no right to have any conversations relating to what's going to go on in this application. They are saying that you do not have a right to put an application in. That even though you're the county that owns the land, they supersede anything you want to do. One thing I think, Paul, that you should add to your recommendation is you must go forward with the appeal for the motion to intervene. We are filing ours by Monday, and I think it's very necessary that you file an additional appeal to intervene, or FERC will not even allow you to speak to the subject, and they have shown that in the past. There's a lot more I could say about FERC, but my time's up, and so I'll...
Thank you, Mr.
Mayor. But believe me, you should seriously go forward with intervening motions. You have to keep your name there, or they will not even allow you to be involved in the process.
Okay, I believe Supervisor Smith had
Yes, I just wanted to thank you for your comments. I think it's important that the public have more of awareness about FERC. Some of the things you talked about were actually explored or discussed at the Wave Energy Forum in Fort Bragg. But talking about FERC as basically a body of political appointees, I think I think that's very, very critical. So I'm glad that you mentioned that, and thank you for you and others for traveling over here today, because I know it's a long trip to come and address the board on one topic, but I appreciate your being here.
Well, I think one thing, if I can take 1 second, that is scary, is that FERC is saying to everybody who talks to any member right now that the permit process does not allow the permittee to put anything in the water. Yet their #1 director testified to Congress on June 7th of last year that permits do allow them to put equipment in the water. So for them to say that they're going to give them a permit to study is nothing but an out-and-out lie. Their own staff has said it and gone on congressional record.
Thank you. Next speaker, Linda Roofing, please.
Good afternoon. I'm Linda Roofing, Fort Bragg City Manager, and I'm here representing the City of Fort Bragg. I'd like to start out by thanking the Board of Supervisors for its support for our collaborative efforts in trying to educate ourselves and the public on wave energy. And I'd also really like to thank county staff for all of the support and leadership that they've shown in this effort. We had a very successful workshop in January, and there's a lot of work to be done. What really, I would say the consensus coming out of that workshop is we have a lot of questions and at this point very few answers. The City of Fort Bragg's motion to intervene was denied along with the counties and Fish last week, and we're very disappointed. Our council will be giving direction to our legal counsel and staff at their next meeting as to whether to file for a rehearing on that motion. What I would like to request is that the Board of Supervisors really stay tuned into this issue, because there is a lot going on. As John Ennis just pointed out, there's a lot of unclarity about the regulatory process, and it's of great concern. I think the biggest concern that we have over on the coast is that our collective local voice be heard in this process. Our council doesn't have a position in favor or against wave energy. Obviously, it's a green energy with a lot of potential benefits. We also have a great concern about our protection of our coastal resources. As the elected representatives of the entire county, the Board of Supervisors is really in a unique position to act and to lend a voice as the stewards of the coast, and we really encourage you to do that. We appreciate the recommendations that your staff has made and encourage you to support all of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Roofing. Any other speakers to this item, please step forward, state your name for record, and keep to 3 minutes, please.
Marshall Sayagwalala. John, I wanted to say something about your comments. You're right. We do need to do more. But Ms. Smith is absolutely correct. We need to do even more than what you're thinking. I don't think that one excludes the other. We need to look at all of our options. And the main reason I came up to comment is, I don't know if you supervisors know it, but the Sea Ranch Association is about to fund a major solar farm in order to feed the Sea Ranch. Now, they already get propane at 20 cents a gallon lower than Gualalans. So if there's anything you guys can do to help some solar down in Gualala, that'd be great. But I want to support Supervisor Smith. I think the forums are great. We need to keep doing that. But I want to support you too, Mr. Pinchas. We need to do more solar.
Thank you. Any other speakers to the wave energy item before us? Okay, seeing no one rush to the podium, I'll bring it back to the board. Discussion, concerns, action. Supervisor Smith.
Yes, to the Mr. Kaler's recommended action, that we move forward with that. And he's delineated that, I think, specifically in the motion, and it's also in the attached staff report. To council, since we already have the ad hoc committee, that's an ongoing committee, so we don't need to make